Not sure if this works. Should be working. Should be working. Man. But yeah, anyway, anyway. Excellent stream status, it says. But yeah, we have a lot to go over. We have a lot to go over. But I'm just doing this is just a quick live stream before Corey Holcomb's show starts. Once I get that alert, show's over. Just letting y'all know. Once I get that alert, show's over. And I'm watching my edumacation. Man. Let's test something. This is the first time I've been able to connect the OBS to YouTube. Let's see if the original stuff still works. See if I can still switch screens and whatnot. Okay. Okay. Think I can still do the regular things. Uh-oh. Looks like it's starting now. Looks like it's starting early. Could be wrong. Maybe that might be a false alarm. They be doing that sometimes. They be doing that sometimes. That might be a false alarm on that end. That might be a false alarm. Let's check something out real quick. Let's check something out. Oh man, let's check something out. Okay. Looks like it's working perfectly so far. Okay. That's good. That's good. Looks like it's working perfectly so far. Trying to see if somebody will tune in before I start a little bit. Because the show, I don't even think the show doesn't look like it's even started. Yeah, I got to make sure. Somebody in that live chat for 5150 show said, "What about passports, bros?" I wish, man. That panel that I was on, I gotta do that again, and I'm gonna ask if I can record you, record y'all. I'm gonna ask if I can record, and I'm just gonna show you how insane these people are. Oh man, you can act like these people don't exist, but they finna affect you in some way. Stream health said the stream quality is excellent. Allegedly. And I'll say this: the simps, like this type of thinking, is not for like even. I will put something. I remember I put something in the 5150 chat, and ooh wee, yeah, people they not ready. They not ready. They not ready. They not ready for this smoke. They not really ready for this RP smoke. Man, oh yeah, I had just mentioned, like I said, it's crazy because I don't even consider, like, people in the RP space would actually consider Fresh and Fit like grifters, and to a certain extent they are, but I would just consider them more on the mainstream end, kind of on the nicer side, to be honest with you, because they still push that PUA stuff, which I do not support at all. And when I mentioned them, people got into a hissy fit in the comment section, men and women. I was like, wow. I just mentioned them. I just literally asked, what do you think about those guys? Like, I was like the first person. I remember I gave in a super chat, and I had mentioned something about, what do you think about Andrew Tate? And Corey Holcomb was like, I don't know who that is. And then he had mentioned something about, kind of referred to Fresh and Fit. He said, are they connected to those guys? I don't know. And it's interesting, like almost a year later, he gave Andrew Tate his props. I told you this message is eventually it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. And Andrew Tate is one of the mainstream. I don't even really consider Andrew Tate to be some edgy guy. He just, most of his advice is pretty practical. It's just practical advice that most people can learn from. The reason why they're trying to shut him down is because he broke the algorithm. The people in charge, they want to be the ones that pushes the narrative. They like it where guys like Jordan Peterson is talking, and and guys like that. Who else? Crowder, Steve Walsh, right? They'll let them do. Even though what Andrew Tate is a grifter himself, the reason why he hurt, because he's influencing the minds himself. He's influencing the minds, and he's clearly not part of the plan. He's a glitch in the system. So even if people in the RP can't really, and on top of that, you can't call him an incel. He's rich. You can't say he don't get no hoes. you can't say none of that, because he has his own lifestyle. And the young people are looking at his like, ooh, I want to get that. Oh, I like how he thinks. He thinks different from the rest. And they had to shut that down. Andrew Tate's been quiet for a while for a reason, because he's really like, he's a free thinking man. I could like, you know what I mean? And what's crazy is, if you watch, they had made that hit piece on him on that Vice channel, but maybe I think differently. I took it as a positive when I watched it. I didn't look at it as a negative. I watched it And what's interesting in that it was the first thing he did was he's like, all right, here's the ring, y'all gotta fight. And I smiled when I saw that because I had heard that he kind of did stuff like that, and I was like, you know what, I should have joined the war room. I was like, oh no, that's a pure grift, $5,000 to join the, but like I said, do you hustle what you can, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't take offense on the hustling side on his end, but once I saw that, I was like, you know what, I should have joined the war room because I'm pretty sure people started leaving, and yeah, once they saw that they had to fight for real, people started leaving. I was like, yeah, yeah, that's some old school type stuff. You gotta fight. We gotta get y'all in the ring. And I saw what he was doing with that. I was like, you know what? I should have joined the war room. I was like, I should have joined the war room. I know Undead Chronic is probably, if he's seeing this, he's probably like, what? Nah, for real. Now I'm looking at that thing. I should have joined the war room. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, the show for 50. That's just a false alarm. They just put that there so people can stay tuned. Oh wow. They just did that so people can stay tuned. But yeah, it looks like this stream is, it's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. I don't know if I can start like showing other videos. Let me test that. Let me test that. Let me test that. Let's put that to the test. Hopefully it doesn't shut down my Mac. Pause. I just had to put a pause there, just in case. Just in case. I gotta put a pause there, just in case. Just in case. Yo. But yeah, have you heard like the engagement rings, the sales are going down the tank? It's no joke out here. It's no joke. It's no joke out here. Sales are going down the tank. Let's check this out here. See if I can play some videos in the meantime. Let's bring up, let's do a test. Here we go. Let's bring up, let's do a test drive. Hell nah. Let's do it. Let's do a test. Let's do a test. Let's do a test, man. This is hilarious stuff, man. Let's see something here.
Them alive. He protected this sinner and said, Madam, although they have not condemned you, what you had done is wrong. Go, never do it again. That's how we want, for instance, the church to.
Yeah. Let's go. Looks like it's working. Looks like it's working.
People are cohabiting. It is wrong to cohabit. Okay?
Yeah, but you seem to make it normal.
So it's wrong to cohabit.
Is there a tender offered? Is there an LP, an invoice, and a receipt? It becomes ridiculous when you bring the state inside the bedroom.
Yeah, Pastor Sempa is the GOAT, bro. He is the GOAT. Oh, man. Yeah, it looks like, man, they tricking me. They tricking me. They trying to get those numbers up. So everybody stay tuned so they don't got to do an alert. Why? Just why? Everything they can. They just trying to do it. Yeah, so far no biters. Give it like 15 more minutes. And then I'll start editing one of my videos that I did today. Got a lot of stuff done today. One of the stuff was self-inflicted though. One of the stuff self-inflicted. Had to fix my own car seat because it was pushed all the way forward. I had to get some tools, and a screwdriver had to rip apart my seat, basically, and fix it myself. At least it's fixed though, so I'm not even complaining about that. And now my XLR wires are trying to act up on me. See, yeah, I don't got nobody showing up for this one. Maybe it's too late, but I should start doing live streams in the middle of the day. Isaiah Washington, shout out to him, man. He unfortunately is another casualty of the Rainbow Mafia. And he said one thing, you know, that's why, like, I'm so glad that Hollywood is basically dying. Like, nobody even cares about these people no more, man. Nobody care about these people no more. All the stars are on Netflix now. That's the new Hollywood. Or the new Hollywood's on YouTube. That's why they're trying to censor everybody's speech for their advertising dollars. Let's take care of maybe. I don't really feel like pulling up Instagram though. Let's see if it works. I don't really feel like pulling it up. Jesus. Jesus. Every day I want to fly my kite. Wait, hold on for a sec. Oh yeah, I deleted that Instagram app. I'm gonna have to reinstall that thing. One viewer. Oh man, that was me. But yeah, I'm gonna give it 5. No idea. Oh, Lorette, I finally see. Finally see. But since you're here, we might as well go over some of the stuff. Now, I saw that cop story a while back. You can't, like, that doesn't even surprise me. That does not surprise me. No idea, like 10 minutes. Nah, the cop story, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. It's like, first of all, in how I grew up, a lot of girls I knew was dating their drug dealers. All got drug dealer boyfriends. We live in, especially, you have, like, if you ask, like, you know, a Gen Z girl, millennial girl, who's their favorite female artist, you're always gonna hear, you're always gonna hear Janae Aiko, Kalani, SZA, who else? Summer Walker. Once you start hearing Erykah Badu, once you start hearing these names, you're like, uh-oh. Especially when it comes to Janae Aiko, because her music is literally tailored to a woman that have gotten their hearts broken by drug dealers. That's who she makes music for. Really. It's, yeah. Oh, you have friends like that? Please don't tell me you was listening to their advice when you were in your 20s, because I don't want to explain your situation right now in front of everybody, but I'm pretty sure they was giving you some terrible advice to now we're in the predicament that you're in now. Your friends, I mean. You said who? I mean, I'm talking about your friends. I hope it wasn't them that was giving you the advice. Because the position you're in, you're not supposed to be in that position. But these people, like I said, it's the reason why I'm not saying Kevin Samuels was wrong. I'm saying that, like, when he's talking about high value men and all this stuff, I'm not saying he's wrong about that. But bottom line, when you're dealing with, I'm gonna just keep it real. When you're dealing with a lot of black women here in America, they're looking for the dude with the best D game. That's what they're looking for. They're not even worried. They'll literally, like, I know girls that got whole master's degrees, and they're shacking it up with dudes straight out of the penitentiary. I've seen it. I'm talking about dudes unemployed. No, they got no address. Yep, yeah, I know. they're dude, like, these girls got all degrees. When they start talking about economically attractive, that's just, when they're talking about high value man and them saying they want a high value man, they're just looking for a bailout. That's why I kind of ignore a lot of the stuff, you know. So this is what people don't understand. I try to tell people, do not be shocked, especially when you're dealing with a girl that smokes weed. Do not be shocked if they were sleeping with their drug dealer. Do not be shocked. Just ask your average drug dealer. I don't care how short or how tall he is. Just ask. Just ask. And in their mind, they're probably dating, but but in the drug dealer mind, you're just you're one of like a million. And me calling out Janae Aiko, it's not a diss to her, but I be listening to her lyrics. The Comfort in freestyle. This has got to be one of the stupidest songs ever written. like, like if you actually listen to the lyrics, if you actually listen to the lyrics. If you actually listen to the lyrics of that song, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. Talking about you was not the only one. Duh. Fuck. If you basically she tried to be sentimental at the end of the song, basically saying that he should feel guilty because when her brother died, he was a shoulder to cry on, but she was still messing with other girls. Yeah, that's how it works. But for a lot of those girls, they think that's what it's supposed to be. And if you make a meme about it, like I've seen girls make memes about joking about messing with dudes like that, and the comment sections will be filled with ladies saying yep, and the dudes will just be shocked. And I don't know why they shocked. Oh, Janae Aiko, hold on for a second. I'll show you her real quick. I'll just show you what she looks like and you'll recognize her. Here we go. I'm going to show you a picture of her real quick. Here we go. Hold on for a second. Hopefully you can see this. Let me turn my monitor on. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the chat is popping up faster on here. Did you read The Coldest Winter Ever? No, I have not read that. I have not read that. Nah. But yeah, Janae, but you'll hear about Janae Aiko. You'll hear about what's her name? Summer Walker, Kalani. These people are, they're interestingly uninteresting. Just to interestingly uninteresting. If I could put it to you that way. Interestingly uninteresting. That's the only way I could I could describe them as. The most interestingly uninteresting people. You know, like it's not like I said, like, and I do music. I'm pretty sure I can play some of her songs, and if given the opportunity, I wouldn't mind working for her or somebody that's doing a cover or something. I can do a tutorial or two, but I gotta call it like I see it, man. Dating drug dealers and athletes for real. Coldest winter ever. Who's the author? Who's the author? I gotta see who the author is. Because it is what it is. And on top of that, one of the truths, unfortunately, what men need to understand is that, most women are turned on by violence. Hence why they like dangerous guys. Hence why they like to get. Hence why, usually the boxer, whoever wins usually gets the ringside girl. Guys like that, drug dealers, killers. People be thinking it's just, oh, you got to be 6 feet. It's really guys like that and they get the best treatment. Unfortunately, they get the best. I'm talking about the dude, like if you like a tall dude, right? Drug dealer, tats, multiple holes. He's gonna get the best treatment. You talking about what kind of dude is gonna get the best treatment? The guy that I just described. People think it's just being tall. No, it's not just being tall. It's you gotta be tall, but you need therapy as well as a man. Those are the guys that the girls treat the best. The Ike Turner types, unfortunately. Now, long term, they end up leaving, but and also I saw the Roman Polanski video. Oh man. That guy has balls. I'm like, I wanted to give that guy a standing ovation after I listened. I'm back. Okay, that's good. If I'm back, then I guess that's good. That's laid, man. Listen, certain names I can't mention on here because the first thing I did, I checked my Wi-Fi. Everything's good. Like everything's good. I can't mention certain names on here. I just can't. Certain names I can't mention on here. It happened literally the other day. As soon as I mentioned somebody political, my thing shut down. My I kid you not, Lorette. Like my screen went black. My whole screen. I'm talking about my whole Mac laptop went black. I was like, whoa. As soon as I mentioned this guy, I gotta come up with nicknames for these people. I'm gonna make a video. That's obviously not a live stream, but I'm gonna make a video where I'm gonna have to come up with these nicknames because this is ridiculous. It's certain names that I mentioned on here, and I kid you not, my screen went black. My whole screen just went black. Like, what just happened? It says excellent connection. I checked all my other stuff. My phone was fine. I'm checking. I literally took a quick check. I'm good. Oh man. So lesson learned. But I keep messing up. I keep thinking. I'm like, yo, what happened? That's crazy. That's crazy. So that guy, the Polish dude, that's what I'm going to say. The Polish dude, I watched that video of the Polish dude, and it's crazy how I keep, and really the only people that ends up being punished is really Bill Cosby and let me not even mention names like that, is Mr. Pudding Pop and the Pied Piper of R&B. Those are the only people that got punished. Everybody else, let's start getting the big wigs. Now these people are now the supposed victims are protecting the Polish dude. It's crazy. And I did like more research. Wait. Oh, Sister Soldier. I know about her. Yeah, that was very I saw that video and I was just like, and I did the research. She really did. She literally's been just like, this is the problem. This is the problem. And people wonder why men are just checking out, because now you have ladies playing with consent like it's like Madden sliders. Like we have this thing in video games that we do in video games where if you're losing, then you like mess with the sliders, you give yourself an advantage, or we have like cheat codes on GTA that we use to give us an advantage. That's how ladies are using this thing called consent. Yeah, the motive was economic. It's all economics, really. Coach Greg Adams had a beautiful stream about it when he was talking about bro chick economics, and that men really shouldn't take certain things seriously. It's all economics. The M2 movement. let me not say the real word. The M2 movement, if you know what I mean. All economics. All economics. All economics, man. All of a sudden they feel bad. Oh, it's time to sue you for everything that you have. It's all economics. It's all economics. But yeah, as soon as the 5150 show starts, I'm a exit out, and I'll let you know on that end. But okay, I see 5. How many viewers do I have? Concurrent, I got 2 viewers. I think 1. And no, exactly. So once those ladies are past their prime, that's it. That's it. Oh, 5150 show. It's the Corey Holcomb 5150 show. It's live now technically, but it hasn't started, and it usually gives me like an alert. But yeah, 5150 show is a very powerful show by the comedian Corey Holcomb. He's the one that brought me to the RP space. To be, even though he's not a RP person per se, obviously. Same with Bill Burr, same with Patrice O'Neal, but these were the first people that that really started putting certain ideas out there, which you could kind of consider RP. Corey, oh, I'll put the name in the chat. I'll put the name in the chat. Yeah, Corey Holcomb, he's one of the funniest comedians. I mean, to me, he's the greatest comedian of all time, in my opinion. To me, he's the greatest comedian of all time. He's coming here. He's going to be in New York in October 22nd. Yeah, October 22nd. He's coming to New York. Oh, no. Yeah. His comedy is even way deeper than what you see on the circuit. His show, it's powerful. His show is just powerful, man. Like I went through life like something's up, I'm missing something, and watching Corey Holcomb and his comedy, and especially the 5150 show, it has filled in so many blanks for me that I'm like, okay, I understand now. Like, it filled in so many blanks for me, man, watching him. That guy, to me, he's the greatest comedian of all time, and it's not even close. You want to give me Bernie Mac? I got you. I won't argue with that. You want to give me George Carlin? technically the greatest comedian of all time is really Richard Pryor, just off GP, because he's the only person, one of the few like. And what's beautiful about Corey Holcomb, he goes at everybody, man. He goes at everybody. He doesn't spare. He doesn't spare the rod. He doesn't spare the rod. He does not spare the rod. So nobody can say, "Oh, I'm being targeted." You know how people like to do. Also, I'm gonna do a video roasting the female comic that was saying Dave Chappelle's not funny. It's the comic, the female comic's name. I forgot. I think it's Janelle James. I think I think she went on record basically saying Dave Chappelle's not funny. And we all know why she did that, because, you know, Dave Chappelle has something to say about the rainbow community. And we all know you can't say anything about the rainbow community and the small hat community. Yeah, Janelle. Yeah, I think her name was Janelle James. She's on that Abbott Elementary School TV series. Like, it's just rich coming from her trying to say that Dave Chappelle's not funny. I've been and you know, it always seems like the most unintelligent people like that be saying Dave Chappelle's not funny. I'm like, of course you don't think he's funny, because he's smart. Like, a lot of the stuff that Dave Chappelle says goes over a lot of people's heads. Like his take, I don't want to say the A word, but his take on women deleting their kids. The A word, I can't say it. He had a perfect take on it. He basically attacked both sides, and the way he set it up was perfect. He basically went his view on it. Oh my God. New World Order. Am I still on? Here we go. But anyway, he set up the joke basically where he said, he was pro-choice. He said that, I believe women should have the complete right to choose what happens to their body and blah blah blah. Now, and then he said it basically, and he set up the girls so they could cheer him on. And then he said, now, however, to us as men, we shouldn't have to pay if you decide to keep the kid. And he said, my money, my choice. And then this is the part where it went over a lot of people's heads. And he said, and if I'm wrong, that means you're all wrong. And what's powerful about that, it doesn't even attack. It's not even just an attack on the ladies. That's even an attack on the dudes too, because it's a whole lot of conservative dudes that will say all life should be taken care of and whatnot. But let one of these dudes knock up one of these hookers out there. They'll be the first one paying for it. paying to get rid of it. They already caught a lot of those conservative male politicians. That's what's there's no way you can intellectually challenge that point. And plus Dave Chappelle's delivery, it's damn near, he knows what he's doing on stage. Like his delivery is perfect. He knows, like, he's on that Richard Pryor level where he can make anything a joke. He's at that level where even when he's saying some real stuff, it's still it's still funny because it's him and his delivery's on point. And it's clear to me now. There's certain things I can't talk about on here. It's very clear to me now. It's so clear. The way my thing will just shut down, I don't like that. Oh, dude. they trying to cancel my rehearsal last minute after I told somebody that I couldn't. I gotta send a text to one of these guys trying to cancel one of my rehearsals. If they cancel one of my rehearsals, I'm gonna play some ball tomorrow, God willing. Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, Chappelle, I can't believe that girl said that. Saying Dave Chappelle's not funny. I'm like that's insane. To me, that's insane. That's insanity. That is a form of mental illness. Oh, also another thing. I don't know what your job is, but you people might not like. Actually, let me not talk about that. That's gonna get my thing shut down again. I hope you watch a lot of my other videos where I said, a lot of this, going to therapy and all this stuff. A lot of that is fugazi, if you know what I mean. I am making it like my life's mission to stop this stuff. There are way too many. It's like I'm trying to have a productive, Yeah, I usually have one. I'm at that point now. I'm getting one, at least one every week now, especially since March, and I'm finally on. I'm really now getting into it now. I have one every week, every other week, and it's interesting. Like, I don't have a whole lot of wedding gigs. And it tells you the sign of the times, because nobody, dudes ain't trying to do that no more. And plus, there was what sucks. You know what's gonna suck in the future? It was way too many ladies going on Kevin Samuels' platform, bragging about turning down proposals. When I'm talking about women that are like these, and the ladies that were going on there were like complete losers, talking about turning down proposals. And dudes was seeing that. So yeah, that you're gonna have to blame your fellow ladies on that end for ruining that, because it ain't gonna be a whole lot of that in the future. It's not gonna be a whole lot of that in the future, to be honest. It was way too many ladies that was going on that platform bragging about turning down proposals. Oh yeah, I don't know if you're in the therapy business. I don't know if you're a counselor. I don't know if you're so that's why I'm trying to, like, are you in that field? I don't know. The that psychology field. Cuz I've always been big on that is a grift. If I ever saw one, that whole therapy stuff, that is grift. Oh yeah, so okay, that field is a grift. I've been trying to tell people. I'm talking about people that like me. They're like, why would you attack this? And I'm like, yo, I'm sorry. I know these people. Customer service. Oh, okay. So that's still technically an RP kind of job, because the reason why customer service, that's not my thing. Because people be talking to you all types of ways sometimes. I'll say this what helped me was I started off at a theater, and then I ended up working at Home Depot. And you know what was crazy? The customers were a lot nicer at Home Depot than at the theater, which is crazy. And people be shocked when I say this. Like, the customers were so much nicer at Home Depot. Now, mind you, Home Depot, that's a lot of conservative men go there, mind you. You know, conservative Caucasian men, the people that are so-called evil. much very respectful, very respectful. I remember some one dude got tight. He got super mad. He ended up apologizing. He came back and apologized. Not to me. It was somebody else working at the register. Nobody yelled at me at Home Depot. It was a lady at the cash register. But at Bowtie, let me not put their name out there. At the theater, man, the stories I can tell you that happen on a weekly basis working at a movie theater, from on the customer, not only on the customers and on the employee end, mess, straight mess, very unprofessional. And on top of that, the customers, oh my God. Thank God I ended up working at Home Depot for a little bit. It kind of gave me some some faith in humanity again. But obviously I don't work there no more. I can't tell you what I do now. IRS is watching. But people always be shocked when I said, yeah, the customers were a lot nicer at Home Depot than at the theater, movie theater. You'd be like, how? How is that even possible? Yeah, I wonder that too. I wonder how that's even possible. Very nice. Very. I remember I messed up. The dude was very like, wow. So, yeah. The only thing though, even though I was able to avoid the controversy, when that 2020, when that hit and everybody had to wear the mask at the store, people were not happy about that. people were not happy about that. And I think the beautiful thing about working at Home Depot was, you know, I kind of knew kind of in advance. I kind of understood what I was going to. So I made sure I was kind of on my P's and Q's, and because I knew that like the guys that you see at Home Depot, they're literally there every day buying something. So you had to, like, I always made sure, you know, you always, you know, very friendly, very you know, just try to make sure if they needed help with anything, especially the regulars, make sure they were all good, because they're literally going to be back tomorrow. Even like they'll come, they'll make like 2 or 3 trips in a day, depending on what job that they're doing, because a lot of the guys coming in are workers and they're working on something, you know. So that even gave me that perspective that what kind of job really I should be going into a trade for, because those guys, like 2020 didn't even really affect them like that. They still had work. So, you know, that was, you know, Yeah, exactly. The carpenters, they never ran out of work. They never ran out of work. And those people were the most respectful. I remember a lot of those guys will give you a perspective, a different type of perspective. You know, of it, like it made me think about a lot of stuff. Some of the most funniest, sexist jokes came from them though too. I ain't even gonna lie. They said some of the funniest stuff I ever heard. Some of those guys with their wife right in front of them too. They said some of the funniest stuff. I was like, oh my God. I remember one of the dudes, he said his wife was kind of like behind him, and he said, oh, I left my wife wallet. I'm like, this dude's an asshole. Straight asshole. I'm sitting there trying my best, because they'll say certain stuff like that, and they'll just put my head down. You know what I mean? And also, now I'm gonna leave that opinion alone. But yeah, like, you know, yeah. But when you talking about jobs like movie theater, McDonald's, well, not McDonald's is not actually too bad. Burger King, right? Wendy's, stuff like that. Those jobs, Taco Bell. I don't like jobs like that. Are like literally the worst. They make you do so much for so little for so little pay. Like, the customers are just ridiculous. Like Dunkin' Donuts, you wouldn't catch me dead working at Dunkin' Donuts, because I know how these people are. There's no way I am not dealing with these people like that. Ain't no way in heck I'm dealing with these people. The stuff that they ask for, and on top of that, like, imagine having to work at McDonald's at 2 a.m. in the morning, and goofballs are coming up to the ordering menu, higher than a kite, messing up their order, making custom Big Macs. Oh my God. There's no way. Straight goofballs. And let's not let the workers off the hook, because I remember I was walking through Walgreens after work, and these guys, the workers, are playing tag. The workers, they were running around the store playing tag. Mind you, this was 2019, so I was 20 years old. I was 20 years old. This was the beginning of 2019. I was 20 years old. These guys are playing tag. Guy runs straight into me. I'm sorry. I said this story on one of my videos last year, and I cannot believe these. I'm like, this is a store. What is wrong with these people, man? The guy looked in his 20s. Latin descent, obviously. What I was looking for, what he looked like. But I'm like, are you like in my face? Like this is a store. You're working in a store, and you're playing tag, bruh. I'm like this. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? I was mad about that. They should have gave me like a discount or something. But that was one of the last times I visited that store. Cause I only visited that Walgreens store because it was right next to the theater. It was right near the theater I was working for, and at the time, you know, sometimes late at night, they would premiere the movie, so they would let us see it. Oh, quiet quitting. And this is the problem. Here's the problem. Like, Here's the problem with Gen Z, with my generation and the millennials. They really think they're doing something clever. Like they'll say they think that they come up with this term quiet quitting, right? And the Gen Z, I'm like, first of all, I said black people have been doing that for years at these kind of jobs, quiet quitting. They think they came up with something that they used to basically demonize black people for doing at those little jobs like that. We just called it what we was doing. We were just not doing our job. But when it was them, it was quiet quitting. Oh, but we're quiet quitting for a reason. And I'm sitting there like, are y'all serious? Now, you know what happened? You know what those corporations started doing because of that quiet quitting stuff? They said, oh, you're quiet quitting? Well, we're going to be doing some quiet firing. Now you see what those corporations, they quiet firing. Quiet firing. Look what happened to all those Meta workers, the Facebook workers, Google employees, all these people. Now they quiet firing. Like they would literally, they would talk about it like they're like, first of all, you're not even supposed to say stuff like that out loud. But like, you know, that's the problem with Caucasian people. Sometimes, especially the new age Caucasian people, they'll say something, they think they discovered it, and niggas been doing that for years. Yep. They said they said, oh, y'all quiet quitting, we're quiet firing. That's not even something you're supposed to say out loud, but it will be like the Gen Z millennial people. They'll say why they're doing it. I'm like, bro, are you serious? I know all the black people from the different generation, like niggas been doing that for years. We just didn't call it quiet quitting. It's just that when niggas got caught back in the day for doing for doing stuff, they'll just say, oh, you're not doing your job. Get out of here. But what Gen Z and millennials want to do, they want to just like not work and not call it what it is. You're not working. Mind you, I qualify as Gen Z. Whatever it is that you're doing, even if it's a shitty job, do it, man. That's what I believe. Oh yeah, especially you know what took the cake for me? All those corporate girls, right? That worked at these really soft developing jobs, tech jobs, where they literally these people were doing nothing. They would make like remember that black girl that worked at Apple, and she ended up getting fired because she showed what she was doing at her high-tech corporate job, and it was really she was doing nothing. But they gave these people free food, 10 breaks a day. I'm like, what they got them doing? They ain't doing nothing. These are always the first jobs. Oh, hold on for a sec. I don't know why my wires are messing up, but these are the first people that they end up canning. These jobs where they got playgrounds and stuff, those are the jobs that they usually get, and those are the girls that be talking about, I can't find, like they'll start shitting on men for not making money. And I'm like they're like the jobs that these girls will get. And I'm like, I don't even think you understand. Like these jobs are they, as soon as they start doing the firing, those are the first to go. Like the Twitter workers, like the people that are deleting your Twitter accounts just because you said like one thing, those are the ones that they end up canning first. These people do nothing but sit on their ass. Like they're like literally no different than me. They just happen to have the hookup, They have one of those fugazi degrees. They found a way to connect with somebody. They get one of those jobs, those social media jobs in one of those corporate offices, and they're literally doing nothing. They're making blogs about how nice their life is because basically they're going there. They're having like 10 breaks a day. I'm like, I saw that girl. Oh, you talking about Elon Musk? Oh man, I have really no opinion on that guy, but that was in. I did find that funny how he canned most of the Twitter works. That was funny to me. That was funny. Bruh. We're just all waiting for Corey Holcomb, man. Oh my God. This is what happens. They always set up the live stream like an hour before, but it ends up taking him like an hour for them to actually start the stream. Yeah, he fired everybody. Elon fired everybody. I saw that coming. I just believe the people that actually had those jobs, they were doing nothing. Bunch of social justice warriors. They don't understand how economics work. Like, those people are the worst. They're the worst. It's like, but those are usually the people that lose their job first. Those are the people they'll talk down on everybody, talk down on blue collar workers, act like they ain't shit. Like for real, they'll do that. They're talking about how men are average, and I'm talking about talking cash-ish, especially black women will start talking. I'll be like, and then now in the same breath, you want these same men to protect you? Or in the same breath, you want them to check people? That's crazy. Hey, AJ, what's up, man? I've been watching a lot of your videos. I've been watching a lot of your videos. Man, a lot of them. It's perfect. We were just talking about how Twitter had these jobs, Google had these jobs, and how the ladies would videotape themselves having these jobs where they're basically doing nothing, yet talking down on blue collar workers and whatnot. And then once the firing starts happening, and these are the same people talking about quiet quitting, once the layoffs start happening, these are the first jobs to go. Yep, they all of them got the boot. That's it. We were talking about quiet quitting. They said, "Oh, you're quiet quitting? We're quiet firing." This we finna quiet fire everybody. And here's the problem. This whole quiet quitting, this is what kills me about Caucasian people sometimes. They'll think they came up with something that niggas been doing for years. Like this whole term quiet quitting, and they try to like it, and they make a whole presentation about that, and I'm like, black people have been doing that for years. black most of the black people, I think, when they get like those jobs that when we be doing that, including me. We just don't call it quiet quitting. But when confronted on it, we just take the L, or we make a scene, or we either just take the L and leave and get another job like that, or we make a whole scene about it. If it's a hood black dude, they make a whole scene about it and then ask for the job tomorrow. And if that don't work out, we get another job. That's how we do it. But Caucasian people, they'll just be like, "Oh, we're quiet quitting. Here are the reasons why we're And just what are y'all doing? Now they're like, oh, well, it looks like you're not needed here, and put it on IG. You can't make this stuff up, man. Crazy. But yeah, I made this stream because in like 30 minutes or so, the Corey Holcomb 5150 show, it should have been started, but it still hasn't started. So I'm just waiting until the show starts so I can exit off the stream. But it looks like I'm gonna be here for a while. But yeah, this talking about the quiet quitting, like it's some new thing. That's this the son husband that took his. I did not see that, and I'm afraid to look that up. Is it on Hollywood Unlocked or something? The Shade Room, one of those. Because I've heard of son husbands taking their moms to prom. I've heard of that before. I've seen that happen before, and they made it like because I guess the mom was pregnant with him. This is an old story. I don't know. I know you're talking about a new story. I'm talking about an older story that I know about a son husband, where basically he took his mom to prom, and because the mom was pregnant with him during the time and she couldn't go to prom, and so he ended up taking her to prom. And people found that sweet, and I was just like, maybe I'm missing something here, but I don't get it. I don't see the W in this, but maybe that's just me. So let me look that up. Maybe it's on the spiritual. Maybe it's on Shade Room or something. That's where I usually go to get my stories, because I already know I'm going to see some nonsense. Oh, speaking of Clown World, I'm going to join one of those Twitter panels again. And I'm gonna ask to record the conversation, because I will say in the next 10 years, if you hire a black boy that was raised by just the mom, you're gonna have to do a serious background check on that man's psyche, on that man's mental makeup, because the stuff that they were saying when Kai Cenat's friend dropped the sex tape to clear his name, and the video is like right there, and they're still saying she's like, I'm like, it's they're insane. These people are insane. I'm like, I literally asked them, how else is he gonna clear his name? How else is he gonna clear it? Like, you still don't believe he dropped the tape? She said the girl said she was she was asleep, she was unconscious, she didn't know what's going on. The tape proved literally otherwise, and they're still saying she's a victim, and he actually videotaped his assault. What? First of all, what kind of dude even? Who even does that? People don't videotape. People don't videotape themselves taking advantage. And this is the worst part. It was son husbands. It was two son husbands on that panel that try to act like I'm crazy. It was two dudes. These dudes. I'm gonna start. You know, AJ, since you're still here, Lorette, since y'all, I'm gonna give you an exclusive, because these black dudes these dudes, these son husbands, man, they all sound the same. They sound crazy. I'm gonna tell you what the black male Sims sound like. Hold on, let me. Oh, I already got my hat backwards, so hold on. Let me. Hey man, hey, this is what you don't even know what happened. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I feel like and I just don't think you got the right to tell a female what to do. And these people, bruh. It's like, and I literally asked him, I'm like, okay, I know this is a question out of left field, and I asked him, do you think that Kobe was guilty for what he did do you think that he actually took advantage of that girl in Denver? He said yes. He said yes. I should have recorded it. Like, I should have saved the recording. These guys are simps. These guys are straight simps, man. They're not gonna learn how cold it is until, you know what? I swear to God, he said that. I swear on my life, he said that shit. On my life, he said that shit. He said that Kobe. I'm like, do you understand the situation? What happened? I'm like, I know it's all girls on this panel, but you don't got to simp like that, man. Like, bruh. I swear he said that. I swear on everything he said that. I was so disappointed in that man. I can't believe he said that. Like literally. But like I said, it's gonna happen to white people too, white dudes now, because especially a lot of white Republicans, right leaning men, they're complaining about girls not. This was it ends up spreading. What's gonna end up happening? They're gonna end up being liberals too, just by default if they want to get action, because they all just capitulate just for a sniff. I just wish dudes. I just wish they understood that they don't have to take. Like I say, like me personally. Yeah. I just like me personally. The less I wish they understood, the less you simp, the less you chase, the actually better chances you have with them. They do. No, they do. They do. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No. This is what I mean. This is what I mean by this. Whoever has the most power, because technically whoever's in the top 10%, whoever's the top 10%, whoever's that top 10% or 20% men, they're all technically all conservative by nature. That's the only way you can reach it up to that height. So those guys in the top percentage, technically, most of those guys are conservative thinking men, if you really think about it. And basically, the more liberal thinking man is the one that's gonna have to settle. That's what I mean by saying that. That's what I mean by saying that. I just wish that dudes understood that you don't have to simp. You really don't have to simp. Oh, looks like 5150 show has started. Looks like it's starting. I'm gonna wrap this up in 5 minutes. Looks like it's finally started. But I just wish dudes didn't simp. It's just like, why? You don't. I'm just telling you. For me, it's always like, for me personally, the less I simp. The only reason why I haven't had a lot of trouble with women. It's crazy. There's a lot of liberal leaning women that actually like me personally, and they know my views. I think what dudes don't understand is, like, ladies, women won't say that out loud, but they respect honesty. I don't consider myself a conservative. I don't consider myself a liberal. I'm just an honest person. And I just know that, like, women, they know when you're just caping. They just know. They know. They can sense the simping, the caping. And I can't believe I brought up Antonio Brown. I brought up he thinks these people are guilty. So I'm sitting there like, bruh. Dude, I was like, I literally had to tell him, there were girls I'm like, the host of that panel, of the Twitter panel, girls were roasting her in the comment section. That's why she had to make her own separate panel and talk about this with ladies that agreed with her. ladies were in the comment section saying you're a clown for saying Jovi is a victim after seeing the tape. And I try to tell this dude that I was like, and after what he told me, I said, yeah, you a simp. I literally had to tell him. I had to tell him right into the audio. I'm like, bro, you a simp. You're just a simp. I cannot believe you, man. These niggas is disappointing, man. I am so disappointed in these dudes, man. I almost turned it to TK Kirkland. Who raised you? All right, I'm a sign off. It looks like Corey Holcomb's going in already. Yeah, he about to go in. I'm a sign off on this end. AJ, I'm gonna keep watching you. Wait, dude is going to think this way until they get. Yep. That's the only way they learn. That's the only way they learn. Until it happens to one of their friends, until it happens to their son. That's the only way they'll learn. They always learn the hard way. But peace out, guys. I'm gonna watch this show. I'm gonna still watch your videos. Lorette, we'll stay in contact. Thank you, guys.